Nice thing about your wood pens, it didn't cost you anything to make it, just your time. You can go out, look for branches, tree branches, bush branches, anything that'll make a nice pen for you. Sort of use your imagination here, both solid and hollow tube type branch. Also, in making these pens, there's no environmental contamination, pollution, wasting energy. You don't have to ruin the environment.
Your sharpest lines will be with the tip down, that is the angle, cut angle part up. Your very sharpest, finest lines. And you see all these here are different sizes, and basically what you have with ink and the wooden pen here, it's like a palette knife. You can turn it all different ways. You can use the flat angle part for wide washing. Use your ink in many ways. The edges, you turn it, go around the edges and turn it this way and that way, just much the same as a painter does with the painting knife. You just use your imagination, it'll work. Well, are you ready to get started? I am. Let's get going here. Now, first a little better look here. You have to kind of modify the edges a little bit.
Here I'm taking the pocket knife tip and I'm just sticking it in the open tube core, twisting it a little, sort of punching down the pith.
Nice to be out in the sunshine here. This is great. Oh, just to be away from the hustle and bustle of city life. When you go look for your stock, your branch stock, what you're going to use to cut, it's great to be out. Now the snowball bush is my favorite of all the branch pens I make. Let's look at some of these bushes right now. Let's have some information.
Snowball bush is a common name for several ornamental plants which produce large clusters of white flowers and may refer to species of hydrangea, which tend to flower in the summer. Hydrangea arborescens. Hydrangea paniculata. Species of viburnum, which tend to flower in the spring. Viburnum macrocephalum, Chinese snowball bush. Viburnum opulus, European snowball bush. Viburnum plicatum, Japanese snowball bush. Hydrangea, Hadrendi, common names hydrangea or hortensia, is a genus of 70-75 species of flowering plants. Most are shrubs 1 to 3 meters tall, but some are small trees, and others lianas climbing up trees.
Now the snowball bush that you just looked at, that's the kind we have growing on our property, and as you can see, it must be the northern variety, the type that can do well in a cooler climate. You see those little pens down in the bottom left corner? All those are hand carved from the snowball branch. These are hand carved wooden pens. Charcoal pencils at the top. There you have it. Ink, graphite pencil, pen and ink. Except these are hand carved wood pens. I don't care for the metal tip dip style ink pen. Use a hacksaw. This is blackberry cane here. Be very careful, take it easy, very slowly, start cutting, make sure you have enough of an angle on there. Blackberry tend to be heavy, the larger diameter ones, and smaller ones gotta take more time. They have to be cut through thoroughly, kind of getting close to the end of it. Just turn it a little bit. Just back and forth just a little bit till it drops off. As you can see, I'm trying to use a 5-gallon bucket here for a work table. Try to keep the branch from slipping off the edge. Steady as you go. Take your time. Make sure everything is cut nice, neat, straight. Makes a difference when you go to do that artwork. Now, hurry up and get done here. And that's good. Good enough for me. Let's go take a look at the blackberry plants now. Keep in mind these are the domesticated type. Just as soon as I finish picking things up here, just kind of gather all these cut pieces together. We like to garden. There's a lot you can grow. It's healthy. It's good for you. Lots of good food. One of the things we have is blackberry plants. You look at these berries here. Real nice. Fill up a spoon. Good to eat. Make nice tasty jelly, jam. After you wash the berries, place them in a freezer bag, large freezer bag. Put them in your freezer. They'll freeze. Later you can take them out and make a smoothie with them. That's really nice.
Blackberry bushes, domestic plants you can put in your garden. They produce nice berries. They make a very heavy, thick tube, even much larger than you can use, so use the smaller size. Here I've got snowball branches cut. I've laid them out. I'm going to put them into a small outdoor shed. They will be in there a while in the summer heat. I will put them then up in the attic part where they will really dry out good. Sand the edges. This will take some of the roughness off of them. I use some old sandpaper, just kind of rub it around the ends a little bit, kind of smooth it off.
Well, I think that pretty well covers all the basics. It's up to you now. Make your pens look good.
Springtime brings a beautiful outdoor workplace, as the weather permits. I have begun here, cutting dried blackberry cane. These were dried out, by putting them in an outdoor garden shed, for a couple months of summer heat. The cane should be the right diameter, for carving whatever style of wood art pens you need. Make sure they cure properly after cutting. It is best to keep the cut pieces, in a cool dry place, such as a basement over the winter months. Blackberry cane isn't the only type of branches, can be used in cutting wood pens. Actually, thinner, more durable snowball bush cuttings are my first choice when available in season. The blackberry branches will be angle cut in special ways, to make a variety of pen point ends. You can use your imagination, to create special purpose types of art points. More work is needed then, sanding and trimming edges on the angle ends. Any hard branch filled with a large hollow pith center, can make you a nice wooden dip pen, as long as it is a non-toxic shrub or tree. The pith should be carefully pushed inward on the ends. This is to allow some ink to hold. Although many ways of applying the ink are possible, including rolling or rubbing with the sides. Before starting your project, plan out the details, experiment a lot, because this is the best way to learn. I use acrylic inks, 1 to 3 drops in a small plastic cap, like from a milk container. This usually is enough. Smaller amounts work better, and you will find that less turns out to be the prevention method for not making a mess. When finished, tissue paper is needed. Wipe off your pen tip enough to let it dry.